Hi, Merry Christmas. Some days feel quite special, and there are days like this. Days that look like celebration everywhere else, but inside you, something feels off. I noticed it today. Nothing bad happened. No argument, no big loss. It's just a strange heaviness I noticed. Last night we had dinner with people we love. It was warm and good. But then today, my husband, Ping, was called away for emergency flight duty, and our house became quiet, too quiet. I tried to do the things I usually love doing, which is writing and making videos, creating, but today my body wasn't there. The motivation didn't come. I sit with it for a long time. At first, I thought, what's wrong with me? But then I realized this reveals something important. This feeling isn't really about being alone, because I've been alone on normal days and I feel completely fine, like even inspired to do lots of things. So this is something else. It's just my body remembering. Last night, someone asked me a good question. He said, "What was the best Christmas of your life?" And my mind went blank. I didn't know how to answer. Like, I couldn't remember a good Christmas as a teenager or even in my 20s. Now that I'm in my late 20s, even those Christmases filled with parties when I was a teacher, but it was full of stress, like deadlines and responsibilities and expectations. The only memories that I could remember to answer that person was when I was little. I don't know why I just remember about when I was little and I tried to look closer. And I realized it was because when I was a child, Christmas was not just a holiday, it was a one time love. One time that love felt abundant, that love in my family existed, but it was measured and calculated. So Christmas was different. On Christmas, there were new clothes and new shoes, so much food, and bonfires, music, dancing around a tree, like Christmas tree with neighbors' kids, and people who didn't even like each other laughed together. And somewhere deep inside, my body learned something. And this is when love shows up. So even though we all knew it wouldn't last, Because after a holiday, everyone would return to themselves, life would go back to normal. But the memory stayed. So today, when I open my social media and I notice or I saw everyone happy together, my body didn't feel jealous. It felt, how should I put this? It felt hungry. Hungry, not for people, but for a feeling. A feeling of being gathered, of being absorbed into something warm, of belonging without effort. And that's why creativity disappeared today, and I just realized it. Not because I'm uninspired, but because longing doesn't create. Longing waits. And here's the part that surprised me. This feeling isn't asking me to go back to the past. It's asking me to meet the present differently. As a child, joy came from outside, from events and from permission and from timing. Now, I'm learning a quieter kind of joy, a joy that doesn't need a crowd. But on days like Christmas, the body remembers first, before logic, before belief, and before theology. So today, instead of fixing the feeling, I I'm sitting with it, naming it, and this isn't this is not weakness. This is memory. And maybe that's part of Christmas too. Not just celebrating birth, but noticing what in us still long to be held. And if you feel this today, you're not broken. Your body is remembering what once feel full. And you're allowed to learn the new way to feel full again.